Hello guys, Omni here. Wait a minute. It looks like I'm picking something up. What's that? The first trailer for Series 12 of Doctor Who! Finally. Honestly, finally. I've been waiting for this for such a long time. I feel like it's been forever since we've been on an adventure with the Doctor and gang. Really, you know, when you think about it, it's just been since the first of the year because they had the New Year special, which was the first of those because Doctor Who had really been known for its Christmas specials for such a long time. But that was one of many changes that came with Series 11. You know, we got a new showrunner, 3 new companions, and the biggest change of them all, the first female Doctor played by Jodie Whittaker, who did such a bang out job. Her Doctor, she just oozes fun and energy and personality in this, and I think that was a lot of the really kind of eased the way to liking this version of the character and really kind of grasping onto a new face right after a fresh regeneration, right after we've spent so many years with a previous Doctor, actor, and face and personality that we've gotten to know and build and grow with. It's always a rough patch in the beginning, I feel like, when you're getting a new Doctor right off the heels of a regeneration. Along with all the changes they had, there's a lot of risks being taken here, and I think one of those risks was also having this version of the Doctor not really know who she is. She didn't really know what her role was or what her shoes that she was meant to fill were until the end of the season. It wasn't really towards the very tail end of the season that she really kind of felt confident in her place and her role and what this version of the Doctor is supposed to be. And that's why I'm really excited to see where Series 12 goes, because I want to see where they go with this version of the Doctor, with them being confident in who they are, where they're settled in, where they're in their shoes, wearing their shoes, and they're standing tall in their own ground. And I cannot wait to see where this branches off from here. I feel like we're going to get a whole shift in tone in this one. You know, last series took a whole shift as well because, you know, the focus even was a little less on the Doctor than we've had in a long time. Given we've got more people in the TARDIS than we've had since the early days in the classic era, with 4 people riding around with the TARDIS now. These companions are some of the most complex characters we've really even had in the series altogether. And Graham and Ryan's relationship in last series was just really kind of stole the show for a little bit, for most of it actually. And this is the first time I've been honestly just completely enthralled with the companions, a little more so than the Doctor. The companions I thought was even more interested in. Even though she was oozing energy and enthusiasm, I just latched onto these companions. Graham is easily my favorite character of the last series, and I can't wait to see where this all branches out from here. So without talking too much more, I can't wait to see what we have to see. If it's anything like last season's trailer, it's not really going to show us a whole lot, but just a little bit of a clip show, teases kind of thing going into it. So let's just kind of see what we have going into this. Without any further ado, Geronimo.
The name's Doctor. The Doctor.
The security of this entire planet is at stake. Can we rely upon you?
Planetary threat. Nice. That's different from last season. Jadoon! Wait, was that Arachnos?
You believe this is him?
Interesting. Oh, what the?
You trust me, don't you?
Have I got to answer that?
Where are we? Paris, 1943? Oh no. Something's coming for me.
Oh,
Let it come.
Cyberman.
Family.
Family.
Get away from them! I know things will get into the TARDIS. Neither did I.
What have you brought here, Doctor?
I don't know.
Oh man, early 2020. So not that far away.
Follow and subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.
Already am. No worries there. So yeah, we got some interesting little glimpses. Like I said, it doesn't really give us an idea of what the through line is going to be. Honestly, that was the weakest part of last series. The actual main thread that started from the first episode to the tail episode, the final episode. The main storyline definitely wasn't the draw. There were so many enthralling episodes that were just kind of standalone, that were just so good. And, you know, that's where I really hope this one kind of excels from that. I would really like to have a little bit of a more interesting main plot thread. But I'm really excited because they got me hooked on here with this, because I know initially going into series 11, the showrunner wanted to steer away from using any familiar races. They didn't want to use any of the classic Doctor enemies like Daleks and all of that. I know we got a Dalek in, well, the most roided out kind of Dalek we've ever seen in the New Year special, but in the main series, he said he wanted to stay away from it. Not use it really as a crutch so they can build their own identity and kind of get away and build a new kind of direction for this stuff, which is kind of strange and funny, because I think there might have been a little bit of a backlash to that, or at least not, people didn't latch on as well to a lot of the new things we were seeing. But, you know, maybe this is a response to that, but we got a Judoon. We got what I think was clearly Arachnos, which was from one of the David Tennant specials, with the giant star in the sky with the Spider Queen. In addition to that, we got the Cybermen returning. So another huge classic Doctor Who race coming back into play here. One of the most interesting, most deadly, even though I always favor the Daleks because I love those rascals. They're so menacing in such a interesting way, but that last one, that one we had in the New Year special, did a lot of things we hadn't seen before. It was a little interesting, but I'm curious to see what they can bring and how they can spice up the Cybermen and bring it into this. And that also brings into question what the Judoon are playing in with this as well, because they are a policing force in the galaxy. So I'm wondering how that'll come into play. Maybe it'll be a rogue one. Maybe it'll be the enemy of an episode. That would be pretty interesting. That'd be something they hadn't done before. But you know, I love these callbacks. I wonder if there's going to be any classic Who things that they call back into, because that would be really cool. I'd like to see some familiar faces if they could get anybody coming back into this. I know there's been some rumors that John Barrowman might be coming back into play in one of these female Doctor series. I think that would be such an interesting thing to just kind of see, because even when the Doctor was a dude, he always loved hitting on him. And I love Captain Jack Harkness, and I would love to see more of that character. But, you know, even if they don't, I'm really excited to see where this season goes. You know, I just love this show. I love it so much. It took me a couple tries to really get into it, because I came into it a little bit later in my life for sure. And it really took me 2 attempts at the Revival series. It took me 2 times to get through season 1 before I actually fell in love with it. And I've just loved this show ever since. Even so much so as I signed up for BritBox just so I could watch all of the classic Doctor Who series. And it's just, I love all of it. I really loved all the early episodes. I love the new episodes. I love everything they've done with it. I've got my TARDIS right here. I've got most of the Sonics. I'm still working on getting some of the older ones that are a little more hard to find. I just love this show. I fell in love with it. It's one of my, it's so far as to where the Doctor, it has become one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, if not my favorite character of all time. But yeah, I can't wait to see when this comes back out. I can't wait to see what they do with this, what new things and familiar things we'll get to see going forward. And I want to know what you guys are looking forward to. I'm not sure how many people on the channel that are currently following are too into Doctor Who. I know I love it to death. I reacted to the honest trailers for the classic Who and the Revival series, the modern Who. Those are on the channel. Those are some of my older videos, so kind of don't hate me a little bit for some of the quality and the choices in that. Yeah, I love it. So that's it. I don't know really else what to say, because like I said, these trailers for the series, the seasons themselves, don't really go as far as to show a lot of the plot, what to expect. Just really kind of some glimpses, some teases. It's really just a series of teases. So it's not a whole lot to comment on aside from the 3 familiar races popping back up. And that just has me a little excited. So I want to know what you guys think. I'm going to pass off the conversation to you all. So let's carry on that conversation in the comments down below. And if you guys like this video, make sure to support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. You know I appreciate you guys, everybody that's been following the channel, everybody that's new to the channel. I would love for you guys to stick around and hang out and participate in our conversations in the comments. I always love trying to getting some interaction out of everybody, get some thoughts, feedback, perspectives, because that's what makes the world tick. But thank you guys. That's it for this video tonight. So I'll catch you guys in whatever the next video is, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.